What's up, everybody? Rob here, back with something that we haven't done in a couple months, and that is play Magic Online. Not just play Magic Online, but play Pioneer. So, a couple weeks ago, maybe even a month now, Marvel, what am I talking about? I've been reading too much WandaVision stuff. Wizards of the Coast, the people who actually have anything to do with Magic, had a very large banned and restricted announcement, which I'm sure you all are aware of. And basically, it shook up? I want to say shook up. It shook up every format, kind of except Standard. And one of the formats that it really shook up was Pioneer. Now, Pioneer basically was dead for about a year. Basically, it was a early fatality of COVID-19, a format that was very popular in paper. It was the F&M format of choice for myself for a while, kind of took over from Modern for me. And basically, when I couldn't play this in person, I just kind of lost interest. And I think a lot of other people lost interest, including Wizards. And they basically just ignored the format, and it became just ghosts of Standards past. It was just a busted format with all of the banned cards from Standard. Nobody was having fun. The decks all looked nonsensical. It was just chaos. So they banned a bunch of stuff, and I think potentially Pioneer's back to kind of that, not ghosts of Standards past, but nice memories, like a benevolent ghost of Standards past. So because of that, I figured let's bust out one of my favorite decks with a couple, upgrades from the past couple sets, that being kind of white weenies. But as you can tell, there's some black in it because I've never really taken General Kudrow through kind of a very lean white weenies build. I've played more of like a mid-rangey Death and Taxes build in Historic on Magic Arena. But this version of the deck, he kind of serves the role that Benalish Marshall does, and just kind of like a kind of graveyard hate and a lord. He does a bunch of stuff. He can destroy creatures if you need him to do that. Pretty versatile dude, and I think he'll be pretty good in this deck. Other new stuff, I have 2 Rally the Ranks just as a cheap Anthem effect. I don't know how good this will be, if this would just be better as another creature that can do something similar, or if maybe we just throw a couple Benalish Marshalls in here, if that would be better. But I'm trying stuff, We're just trying stuff. We have 2 Dire Tactics as kind of our removal of choice. In a humans deck, it's very good. It's just basically kill a creature, that's it. Not even kill, exile a creature, and you're good. So that kind of takes over for Declaration in Stone, which is the card I usually played in my white weenies decks in Pioneer. You don't give your opponent a clue, which is great. It doesn't get rid of all of the tokens and stuff in the same way, but we'll see if that's really necessary, if the metagame, rewards that type of effect. Other than that, we have a bunch of untapped Orzhov lands. Pioneer has pathways now, so we have a whole bunch of untapped lands. We got 2 Mutavaults because it's every creature type. It's a 2-color deck, so we're not super greedy. And since we're not playing Benalish Marshall, we really don't have to hit multiple pips of any color. So Mutavault becomes much easier. Might even just want to run 4 Mutavaults. Who knows? Other than that, we got the the all-stars of the white 1-drops. We've got Boros Elite, Brave the Elements, Dauntless Bodyguard, Kithian, Mardu Woe Reaper. I always have trouble with that one. Soldier of the Pantheon, Thraben Inspector, of course. And then we move up to the 2-drops. We've got Luminarch Aspirant and Thales Lieutenant. Just other ways to grow your team. They're both humans. They're both super easy to cast. Already talked about Dire Tactics and Rally the Ranks. So that's it. It's a white weenies deck splashing black. It is hyper aggressive, hyper low to the ground. It's moderately resilient with Dauntless Bodyguards and stuff like that and Mutavaults, but jumping over the sideboard, we have Selfless Spirits to help with sweepers. Rest in Pieces, just because there's always graveyard shenanigans. 4 Thoughtseize against, everything. 2 D-Spark, good against big creatures, big planeswalkers, problematic enchantments. It's a catch-all, and it's cheap, and it's easy to cast. And then 4 Damping Spheres, because I have a feeling Lotus combo is probably still good. Some kind of combo is still probably pretty good in Pioneer. So that's it. This is a black-white humans deck, basically a white weenies deck, splashing for General Kudrow, Dire Tactics, and some sideboard stuff. But I'm pretty excited. This is like a turn 4-5 deck if you just kind of curve out as you intend. But yeah, let's bring it through a league and see how it does. What's up? Here we are with game number 1. We are on the draw, but we do have a pretty good opener. Plenty of 1s and 2s. Let's keep this. My opponent running a Luris deck. I'm not sure what the Luris deck of choice in Pioneer is. Probably some kind of, I was going to say Rakdos Arcanist deck, but Sacred Foundry, Soulscar. Okay, maybe this is just a burn. If that's the case, these Godless Shrines are kind of going to suck, but pay 2 life. I guess we'll start with the Soldier of the Pantheon. That way, if they don't have any spell, it can at least trade with the Soulscar Mage. Now, I feel like... Okay. So maybe it's like Feather or something? Well, I'm definitely going to offer a trade here, but I feel like I'm going to get blown up by spell. Not 100% sure what we're up against here. Defiant Strike. Okay. So, if I had to guess, it's probably... No, it can't be Feather if they have Luris. So maybe it's just like a Heroic style deck. That could be pretty cool. Okay, so let's... I hate doing this, but let's just play more 1-drops. I'm not sure if this is the right move, but don't have to worry about Goblin Chain Whirler if they're running Luris as a companion. Kind of seems like it's just Boros aggro. If that's the case, this could be a pretty swingy matchup. Oh man, these 1/2s, Reckless Rage, all right. Yeah, so is it like Featherless Feather? So if I don't block and they have another spell, I'm taking 6. Let's wing it. All right, so let's play an Aspirant. We have a Brave the Elements here, so that's pretty okay. Let's do this. That way both of them can block a 1/1, if that's even remotely relevant. We're going to hold back. All right, well, they got 3 cards in hand. Yeah, Boros Prowess. Not hitting their land drops, which is the only thing that kind of seems like it's going in our favor. All right, I'm going to double block here. That way I can Brave the Elements no matter what. I'm going to live, and hopefully 3 powers enough to trade. Yeah, so if they pay 2 mana to cast a spell, which they do, double strike. Okay, so we're going to pro red. Going to take 4 damage. Or is that target creature? Okay. That was actually a pretty good swing for us. So let's go Luminarch Aspirant. 2 triggers. So let's get 1 big blocker here. We'll attack with a 2/2. Okay, so we are in a moderately okay position. Having another Brave the Elements is actually pretty good for us here. They hit their 3rd land. Okay, so it is an Arcanist. Yeah, so this kind of seems like a Featherless Feather deck. Okay. So let's crack the clue. I'm so excited that the Raven Inspector is coming to Historic. So excited. All right, so let's go Dauntless Bodyguard, protect an Aspirant, play a Kythian, and spread the love here. So we have what? 3, 6, 8, 10, 12. Potentially 14 damage. Next turn, 16 damage. So I guess let's hold back. We could potentially Alpha Strike for the win. Potentially. Okay. That's okay for us. So they can attack into the Arcanist. We would eat it. Okay, so we're going to Brave the Elements ahead of time here. We'll let them cast a spell. Make sure it gets out of their graveyard before I cast it. All right, so let's Brave the Elements. Pro red. They can do whatever they want, and now we can strategically block. So we just need to be cognizant of the fact that they could cast one more spell. To pump up their prowessers. But if that's the case, I'm not too worried about it. So let's block here, 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 here. All right, well, we got there. Brave the Elements. Kicking ass since whenever it was printed. Zendikar? 20... Oh, was it 2011? Was it 2011? 2009? Zendikar won in 2009? It came up before I played a lot of Magic. I kind of want to... I honestly... I mean, Rest in Peace gets rid of... I'm going to run it back. Honestly, our sideboard's not great against them. It's like Thoughtseize just hurts us. Despark hits things that are bigger than their deck can do. Rest in Peace is the only like potential thing, but their graveyard is really only utilized by one of their creatures. So I guess Luris, but I mean, it's a less painful keep, so I'm going to keep it. Got a general so we can get our team nice and thick. Oh, look at that. I think we're going to win this one. That's a Malta 3. Well, not so much of a game, but yeah. Things are looking up. Well, they're going to play it out, so let's see how they do. Honestly, if they beat us with a 3-card hand, that is something. That's something to be proud of. Yeah, let me think. What could they have? They got 2 lands. That's pretty much all this deck needs. And okay. Defiant Strikes. Things could get out of hand. Pay 2. We want to get our board as big as we can here. That way, when we attack with our Boros Elite, it gets bigger. Next turn, we're going to attack for a lot. We have a general, got a beefed up Boros Elite. Reckless Rage would be pretty tough. Okay, so it is kind of like a Boros heroic pump spell type deck. Okay, holding back to block. I think I'm just going to get aggro here. I mean, I'll offer trades. Trades when we only have 1 card in hand against your opponent's pretty okay. All right, they're not in the tradey mood, I guess. That means we win next turn with Brave the Elements unless they can somehow go off of 2 cards. Defiant Strike into Defiant Strike, and I literally don't think they can win. I think we're in good shape here. I think we're in good shape. Oh yeah, we're in exceptionally good shape. So let's start by Mutavault becomes a human. That lays Lieutenant, makes everything big. And yeah, they saw the writing on the wall. So yeah, so far, so good. That's one win against a deck that kind of mulled to 3. But all right, let's go to number 2. All right, here we are, game number 2, and we won the die roll, which is exactly where you want to be. Man, our text box is freaking huge. I should close that. All right, so we got... Sorry, I'm playing chapstick. It is very dry in here. It's an okay hand. If we draw into another mana source, it's gonna be fine, I guess. Start with the Soldier of the Pantheon. Don't want to lead on the Martyr Woe Reaper just in case they play like a Stitcher Supplier or something like that. Temple Garden. All right. So let's go Thraben Inspector. Get a clue. Attack for 2. Not the perfect turn 2. Usually you want 3 creatures on the battlefield, but you got a Mutavault on the battlefield. So worst case, we can use that. Naya. Like a Winota deck, perhaps? Voice of Resurgence. Love it. Man after my own heart. Woman after my own heart. Player after my own heart. Don't wanna... Land? A dual land. An untapped dual land would be pretty okay. Kithian. Not the best, but we'll play the Kithian. And then next turn we can like brave the elements to get through, transform Kithian if needed. Could have cracked the clue, but if we didn't hit our land drop, that kind of would have been a boring turn. Okay. I'm just gonna attack here. I mean, that's fine. I always forget these abilities. All right. Until your next turn, target creature gains indestructible. We're going to do that one. And then we will... Let's crack the clue. Probably not the... yeah, that was a fart of a turn. Okay. I have a feeling this is a Winota deck just because the Thopter is also not a human. But I really have no idea what we're up against. Lots of different colors to make Brave the Elements not as good, and we are not hitting our land drops. All right, so what do we do here? This is getting hurt by the land drops. Well, let's plus on the Voice of Resurgence. We can block that indefinitely. Pro multicolored. And let's play a Thraben Inspector. Yeah. If they have a Winota next turn, we are probably just going to get a little ran over. Yep, okay. Yep, so this is a Winota deck. Winota is a Buckwild. Yep. Winota's busted. It's a lot of damage. It's a big token. I think we're going to lose for sure. Yeah, we're done. Okay, so we're up against Naya Winota. I guess the Thoughtseize could get rid of the Winotas. D-Sparks gets rid of the stuff the Winotas hit, but Rally the Ranks is like good, but we'd rather have some like actual stuff. Soldier of the Pantheon's good, can block a lot. Mardu Woe Reaper. Maybe we go down a Woe Reaper and an Aspirant. They don't use their graveyard all that much, so Mardu Woe Reaper exiling a creature card isn't going to do a ton for us. It's just another Savannah Lines. Naya Winota. I mean, any deck that runs Voice of Resurgence is all right in my book. Yeah. All right, well, we're definitely playing first. This is colored mana is ideal. 2 Soldier of the Pantheons, also pretty nice. It's going to gain us a lot of life and attack through Voice of Resurgences and stuff. So let's start with playing that. Again, like a Concealed Courtyard or something like that into like a General or some other hefty stuff. All right, we'll attack. Don't want to trade their elf. Probably smart move on their part. So we're 2 turns away from a possible Winota. 2 turns away. All right, gaining life from Voice, nice. And a land, also nice. So let's attack with everybody. Do we trade here or do we keep it alive? I think we trade here. We'll play the Woe Reaper, exile their Voice just because. And we will play Dawnless Bodyguard, and we'll target the Woe Reaper just because we can attack through. It's funny, we had a rally next turn. We could actually just win. Okay, they don't have a Winota. Another ally. Okay. I don't think that's the typical builds, but I'll allow it. So they go to 15. Okay. We can take a hit for 3. No. Attack with the team. Do we trade here or do we brave? Let's brave. Pro white. Oh, this freaking the Winota decks are crazy though, because like they cast Winota and then they instantly. Okay, we survive another turn. Their elemental is quite thick. Okay. Okay. Let's see how they block here. So we're only going to eat... Oh, I can't even do that. No! Well. That was a misplay. That was a hard misplay on my part. Ugh, that was bad. That was ugly. That was ugly. Can't give yourself pro colorless. That probably just lost us the game, I'm going to say. Yep. Yep, yeah, that did it. Well, that was a punt. That was a punt indeed. Yeah, we're not going to win this one. That was embarrassing. Let's go to game 3. All right, game number 3. We won the die roll. I would like to play first. Thank you very much. Kind of an awkward hand here mana-wise, but I'm going to keep it. We've got a creature into removal if needed, so depending on the matchup, this could be pretty okay. Nice avatar. Good luck, have fun. That's my opponent said if my camera's blocking. Okay, that slightly frightening mana they're playing right there. Clues are nice. Potentially make up after a sweeper, which this deck probably is going to play. No, it's spirits. Okay. Spirits instead of... This is a tap stuff to... Okay. So that's a sweet land to draw. Makes our Thraben Inspectors too big to block. Okay, I am less afraid of spirits. In real life, I would probably be more afraid of spirits. Because those are ghosts. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, another Shacklegeist. There's that one little... Let's go Munivolts. And then let's just get rid of one of these, I guess. The Battle of the Tribes. Okay, that is fine. Can't attack with Mutavault yet, so let's get the Boros Elite out. I don't think they can flash in anything with 3 power, so... Well, that's good. Next turn, we can attack in with a very big field. Mutavault included. Okay, they have a Lord. Must be nice to have a 2-mana Lord. I guess humans kind of has a 2-mana Lord. Solid choice on planes. One of the best planes in Magic's history. I believe that's Odyssey. I think Odyssey has just some of the best looking planes in general. In paper, this is like $1.50 a piece, but there's that whole set's lands are freaking gorgeous. That's pretty nice. No. So do we preemptively be like... Yeah, I mean, we can't... Can we win here? No, I mean, they can always block the Mutavault, so... Clever. This is also a... Oh, you control. I was like, I wish it was old Sliver rules and my Mutavault got bigger by their Lord. Tap target creature. Okay. Guess I could have braved the elements right there, but... Okay, I think we're in a pretty good spot for this game. I don't know how they can pull out 20 damage, and I don't think Spirits runs like Supreme Verdicts. I think we out-tribaled the Spirits. We did. All right. Again, I think we just run it back. Our sideboard is not for another tribal deck. I feel like we're in a pretty okay main deck spot for this matchup. Game number 2. Again, this is a pretty good opening hand here. If we draw into a third land, that'd be pretty nice. But again, we have a ton of 1-drops and a Luminarch Aspirant, so we're definitely going to keep this. Yeah. Okay, so we probably just start with a Thraben Inspector here. We want the Boros Elite and the Kythian out, but those are better off next turn. Is it counter target spell? Okay. So we'll play another. We'll play Kythian. And we'll play Boros Elite. I'm not going to lie. The decks we've been playing against, I'm okay with it. This is Pioneer, Spirits, Boros Heroic. What was it? Naya Winota, which I guess is probably the most powerful-ish one. What are you? That's pretty good against little weenie decks. Okay, good to know they're playing Spectral Sailor. That's a flash card. Something to keep an eye out on. All right. I'm going to play the Aspirant here. That way I can attack through the Spectral Sailor. Okay. Rattle Chains. Again, good to know they're playing Rattle Chains. Let's play Dauntless Bodyguard on the Aspirant. Let's play Dauntless Bodyguard on the Boros Elite. Okay, we're going to put the counter on the Aspirant. Attack with all creatures. Boros Elite gets big. So we are just in full-on race mode right now. This one. All right, well, Brave the Elements would be really good for us. Okay, they hit their third land. That makes Brave the Elements. Or sacrifice Mausoleum Wanderer. Counter target instant or sorcery spell unless its controller pays X. So that's a problem for Brave the Elements if we get one and cast it. Interesting choice. Isolate. Is there enough cards in Pioneer that you really got to worry about? Who knows? All right, well, I guess we'll make... Yeah, my Luminarch Aspirant at this point is probably the most important creature. So we lose to a Lord, a Supreme Phantom, or whatever you want to call it. But if we don't die, I think we're in a good spot. That's a big if. A Supreme Phantom will hit us for 8, because it'll pump up the Wanderers and the Spectral Sailor. Oh, don't have it, don't have it. If they have just a regular Spirit, I'm trying to think, the other Spirit Lord is from Dark Ascension, which is not Pioneer legal, right? Pioneer starts with Ravnica. Return to Ravnica. Yes. Thus, Liliana of the Veil is not making us discard stuff constantly. Our opponent's taking their sweet time, but we'll let them. Okay, they're going to begin combat. So they're either slow rolling us or they don't have it. Ooh-wee. Okay, well. Spell Queller. Sure. I don't think it matters, right? So I attack with everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 things are going to get through no matter what. So I think it's going to be 2 Thraben Inspectors. So let's spread the love. Some stuff is going to trade here, which is better for us because we're less likely to get hit for lethal. We're throwing away some stuff here, but this is just kind of what you got to do. Because if they let the 2 little weaklings get eaten, yeah, they can really only afford to let 2 things come through. Okay, this is... I don't think they can do 6 damage. Okay, Bird Wizard. Interesting. That's it, right? We got it? We got there? We beat Spirits / Flyers, right? Ooh, yeah. We got there. All right, all right. So we're, 2-1. Not bad, not bad. Let's keep going. All right, game number 4, and we are on the draw. Not where we want to be, but it's where we are 50% of the time. Against Eugenio. Got the awkward Mutavault hand. I'm going to keep it. You know, who cares? YOLO. We're on the draw, so maybe we'll draw into something here. Oh, great. Jund Sacrifice. Do you know what's really good against our deck? Mayhem Devil. Ugh. Mayhem Devil's very good against our deck. Like, kind of grotesquely good against our deck. But... I'm not going to attack yet. I don't want to trade with the cat. They're just going to get back. Next turn, however, I will attack. If they trade with a cat, we can play the Woe Reaper. Thus, Woe Reaper being good. All right, so they're hitting their mana base. Ugh. Gross. All right, well, I think we just play the general, I guess. General makes Mayhem Devil slightly worse, as it requires 2 triggers to kill something. Also, cannot kill Soldier of the Pantheon. Also, yeah, can't destroy it. Unfortunately. So next turn we can play Rally of the Ranks. Collected Company is probably just going to trash us here, right? Okay. That's pretty good for us. That's very good for us. Another general, huh? Well, oh, I'm a stupid dummy head. Why did I... Oh, I could have played him a Woe Reaper. I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. Very stupid. Okay, well, hey. We beat a very scary deck for us. Ugh, okay. Do you bring in Rest in Peace against the cat deck? I guess. Brave Element seems good. Kithian. Dire Tactics, yeah, we want that. Maybe we go down one general just so we can stay lean. Or maybe we... No, yeah. I don't want to go down all Lords. We kind of want Lords. Maybe just go 2 Rest in Peace, 2 Aspirants, because against this deck it could be slow. I actually have a good amount of main deck Graveyard Hate. So Graveyard Hate is kind of where we want to be. I'm just mindlessly talking to myself. You can ignore me. Yeah. This deck is terrifying, however. This is a okay hand. At least we have the colors and stuff we want. Soldier of the Pantheon doing work once again. Can't get Mayhem Deviled, so I think we're going to lead. Let's lead with the Soldier. And then if it trades with the cat, we can eat the cat with the Woe Reaper or something like that. Seems okay. Our opponent is mulliganing. I like to see a nice mulligan. Mult 5 would be pretty great, but I don't think we're going to get there. Keep 6. Okay. Gilded Goose. Start with the Courtyard and the Soldier. So the more Lords we have actually is probably the better in this case, just because Mayhem Devils are so busted. Rest in Peace is pretty okay too. So let's play this tapped. We'll attack in. I doubt they're gonna block. And we'll play Dauntless Bodyguard, protect the Soldier, pass the turn. Mayhem Devil could really ruin our day. But they would have to have a Mayhem Devil and then sack it? Or something? Yeah. Yeah. I don't think they're going to activate it yet. Because they'd have to kill it. Stresses me out. This deck is very good. So this is definitely the most legit top tier deck, I'd say, that we've played against. I guess we probably could have played the Mutavault there just so we have it to attack with after the fact. I'm just going to attack with everybody here. They can use the Mayhem Devil if they wanted to kind of trade for something. I am very afraid of a Collected Company, as you always should be, because Collected Company can do some crazy shit. Okay. So next turn, we can Rest in Peace, which will turn off one element. Sacrifice this, and they can't kill anything, but they can start going to work. So what, they attack the Cauldron Familiar and the Goose. I sack this. This gets sacked. They can kill that. This lives. Yeah, that's a lot of work. And then they got some mana. Or they just Fatal Push. That also works. But they only have one card in hand. This is actually... We're not getting as beat up by Mayhem Devil as I expected to. So we'll play Mutavaults. Play a Rest in Peace. We will attack with both, because we will, at this point, we'll gladly trade with anything. We also have Mutavault as protection against a Priest of the Forgotten Gods activation. Like, say we only have like a good human on the battlefield. If we have a mana up, it's not a bad place to be. Okay. I still think our opponent is advantaged here, but one card hand. If it's a collect company, we're boned. Could still be a collect company. All right, so Thraben Inspector is pretty interesting. Oh, if I sacrifice this, they can just kill my Woe Reaper. So let's attack with the Soldier of the Pantheon. Fatal Push. Okay. Yeah, I think our time in the lead with this game has ended. I think this matchup we definitely want to be on the play. Gross, 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 gross. Which one did I play this turn? Does it tell you? Okay, the top one, so... attack with everything. They can eat one thing, I guess, but at this point we kind of just got to get their life total down. But they also have a food they can sacrifice. This isn't good. Yeah, we're not gonna win this one. I think we're better off. Just going all out. So yeah, let's just run it back. I think this is probably the right way to go. It's debatable if you want to go down some Rest in Pieces, just so you're even more streamlined, more aggressive. Oh, that's not good enough. This is... Oh, that's not enough lands. This is kind of okay, I guess. All right, let's mull to 5 it. Let's do it for the channel. Let's mull to 5. I think we put back the Aspirant and the Bodyguard. Yeah, so Aspirant, Bodyguard. Done. Thraben Inspector. We can make it bigger next turn with the Lieutenant. We have a clue. We also have removal against a Priest or a Mayhem Devil, which will be pretty clutch. All right, so play yields. attack. I mean, this is a pretty good multi 5. I don't think it's really gonna lead to us winning necessarily, but we'll see. If things pan out exactly as we need them to. Okay, and got the cat. We can exile the cat. No. Do we just keep getting aggro? I think we just keep getting aggro. We can fatal push something. Come on, if you're going to fatal push something, just do it now. Kill the lieutenant. That's the target. So at this point, a fourth land is actually kind of what we want. Okay, a priest. We can kill that. That's definitely something worth killing. Cool, a tapped land. All right, so let's kill the priest. Attack in here. This is close. If they get stuck on mana, which it looks like they might be, another priest. Okay, they got the red mana. They don't have a Mayhem Devil. So we can sack this clue safely. Yeah, so let's are you kidding me? Nothing like mulling to 5 and getting 6 lands in your 20 land aggro deck. Gross. Okay, so we still haven't seen a Coco or a Mayhem Devil, so at least something remotely okay is happening. Catacomb Sifter. Okay, so they got shit they can sacrifice. And then whenever another creature dies, they scry. Okay. So they have sacrifice fodder, and they're going to scry when they do. God, just hitting a human, like a 1-drop human, those last 2 turns would have been huge. Huge. Please, anything but a land. Anything but a land. Another Thraben Inspector would be pretty choice. Yeah, they have another Catacomb Sifter. That'd be pretty brutal. Or Fatal Push. That'd do it too. All right, so the multi 5 briefly was looking okay, but, you know, it happens to the best of us. Happens to the best of us. Anything but a land. All right, well, there we go. Multi 5 and you draw nothing but lands. It'll do it to you. But what are we? 2-2 now? 2-2. Yeah. All right, so we have one more game to go. Hopefully we can go 3-2, have at least a somewhat respectable thing. But yeah, I mean, I'm not disappointed with how our deck's doing. It feels pretty good. I think it could be a little better, but it feels pretty good. Pretty good spot to be. Yes, we got one more. Let's see how we do. All right, final game, number 5. Can we go 3-2? I sure hope so. All right, yeah, we're going first. Not bad. A couple lieutenants. I like that. I'm going to keep this. Start with an elite. No, I think I'm going to start with a Woe Reaper. So I think the deck performs best when you can get 3 1-drops out kind of right away, and then start playing your lieutenants and stuff like that. Okay, up against some team or nonsense deck, most likely. Yeah, I'll pay 2 life. We'll go Elite and then Bodyguard on the Elite. Get him for 2. A land here would be pretty nice because we could go Lieutenant, Bodyguard, protect the Bodyguard. I'm not 100% sure what like the Teamer decks are in Pioneer. I assume they're not Teamer. I assume they're Omnath decks. Actually, don't necessarily want to just F6 through here. But yeah, so I'm going to be surprised if I see a Lotus Cobra like their little avatar likes to hint at. But it looks like we're going to get through here. And the land would be cool. Okay, I mean, can't really complain about a 3rd lieutenant. So this is what, turn 3, and we're attacking for a lot. Okay, a swamp. Not exactly the land I was expecting them to get. But you know, we attacked for 10. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, so they're on turn 3, and we got there. Okay, they just can't beat the crazy beatdowns. So, I'm gonna bring in a couple. I don't know what we're up against really. So, let's go 2 Thoughtseize and down 1 Aspirant. 1 Dire Tactics? I don't know. I have no idea what we're up against. It's not even Teamer. It's probably 5 color something, if I had to guess. This looks pretty nice. Holy crap, that tea is hot. Hoo-wee. Okay. Yeah. So they definitely are playing black. Yeah, let's start with Kithian. Okay, so all 5 colors have been seen. Play the Aspirant. Make our Kithian a little bigger. Fatal Push? Okay. I'm so confused. Like, I'm very intrigued at... Oh, is this a... No, it's not a Yorion deck. Okay, okay. I'm intrigued. I'm definitely intrigued. I don't think we're going to be able to go all the way with just these creatures. Oh, it's Nivtalite. I was like, what am I playing against here? That would make sense. That is the 5-color deck of choice in any format. It's kind of the only 5-color deck. I'm going to save my clue for the end of their turn. I'm going to hold up Brave the Elements just in case I need to keep some stuff alive, but they can cast Niv Mizzet right now, so I feel like we're going to get buried. It's the worst part about playing it in this on MTGO. You can't just slap. Oh. Beginning of their upkeep. Gives us a little bit of time. Not much time, but a little bit of time. Okay, let's start here. Get rid of Clothis. We'll play Courtyard tapped. Make Mutavault a thing. Attack. What does this nonsense do again? At the beginning of your upkeep, reveal cards on top of your letter. Creature playing to card with that card at the battlefield. Okay, so let's hope they hit like another Sylvan Keratin or something. Cool. That's not a Sylvan Keratin. Okay, so maybe we want our removal spells. Thoughtseize seems decent. Yeah. So 5-color nonsense, huh? I almost played a 5-color nonsense deck. I saw a cool Collected Company 5-color humans deck on MTG Goldfish. I was like, that's the kind of nonsense I can get behind. So let's play this tapped. Yeah. Get rid of their Clothis. Mutavault will just get eaten here. Oh, we're just gonna lose. We're just gonna lose. All right, I'm not even gonna try to fight through this. Kalitas, however you want to say it. Okay, so we want to dire tactics. Maybe rally the ranks and like bring in a D-Spark. Try this. Try to get a decent couple little weenies on the battlefield and start beating down quick. Hope that works. Yes, I'd like to play first. Okay, this isn't bad. We'll keep this. Yeah, basically, we just really want to stick a bunch of threats really quickly and try to do as much damage as we can by like turn 4. So when they hit turn 4, turn 5, hopefully that's all just build up for them and we can basically blast through like a Brave the Elements or something. Okay, so this league has been pretty informational. We played against like a Boros Heroic deck, which is kind of, not tier 1, but it was the thing. We won. We played against... What else do we play against? My memory is already failing me. What did I just say? We played against the Heroic deck. We played against Spirits. We won. We played against Winota and lost. We played against Jund Sacrifice and lost. And now we're up against Niftalite. So kind of a half and half of like straight up legit ass decks to kind of tier 2, 2.5 type decks. Something's going to get fatal pushed here, probably. I'm going to spread the love. So this is exactly what I was talking about. Something's dying. Okay. So we're providing a ton of pressure to my opponent. Hopefully, if they play something, we can just attack through it. We have Brave the Elements and a Dire Tactics and another creature, so... And this is going to hurt them. Carried it. Okay, it has hexproof. Annoying, but my stuff will easily eat it up. Cool. So we're going to go Boros Elite. Always yield. And I'm going to hold up Dire Tactics. No, I'm not. I'm going to Brave here. Pro-Black. I'm going to spread the love. I don't care if they block here because if I can slow down their ramping into something powerful. Spring to Light's 5 mana, I believe. Niv is 5 mana. So if they play that 5-color enchantment, we're good. Even if they play a Niv Mizzet, I think we're good. Okay, I guess we're good. We did it. They did not have the answer. Okay, we went 3-2. Nice. I can I can get down with 3-2. For my first Pioneer League in a while with a deck that I really do not have that much experience with, that was pretty good 3-2. All right, 3-2. So takeaways. I don't want this swamp. I don't need that. I put this in here in case I got like Abrupt Decade or something and I needed a swamp. You don't need a swamp. I think we'll be better off with just another Plains. What did I just do? Get out of here. Bring in another Plains. So something like this. What do you mean I don't have that Plains? Whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. You want a Plains. Where was I talking about? General Kudrow, solid Lord. I think in the right metagame, in a very graveyard heavy metagame specifically, he would be fantastic. Trying to think of like stuff like what do we have here? Soldier of the Pantheon actually was doing some good work for the first time in a Pioneer League for me. A lot of multicolor things. Protection from Mayhem Devil was pretty nice. Not that it really ever came up, but it's something to be impressed by. Brave Elements, always just a goddamn all-star. I kind of think you probably just want 4. Probably just want 4. Rally the Ranks, we didn't really get to play it all that often, but I think, I don't know, I'm still kind of on the fence about that one. I almost wonder if you just want more Banalish Marshals, maybe just a couple other like utility 2-drops, maybe a Kitesail Freebooter or something like that, some main deck disruption. You know, it plays into the whole human synergy thing. Yeah, it felt pretty good. I don't think it was quite as just like beefy beat down as like some of the mono white Pioneer decks I've played, like just mono white kind of humans or mono white knights-ish is kind of a deck that I played a couple times to some decent success. But overall, I think it's a pretty good starting place, and I'm going to, yeah, I'm gonna keep working on it. I love white weenie decks, and I love making decks that are good worse by adding more colors. But in this case, I think Dire Tactics and I think General Kudrow are powerful enough to make the splash worth it. And we have so many untapped black sources to play in our deck. You know, if we really wanted to get crazy, we could add in some like Caves of Quelos. There's just so many untapped mana sources in Pioneer now that it's aggro is it's ready to party. And against other aggro decks like Gruul and stuff like that, you know, Brave the Elements and the removal we can play is pretty good. We didn't see any Gruul, but it's there. Yeah, so that's it. Black-White Humans, 3-2. Can't complain all that much. Definitely going to maybe tweak a couple cards here and there. Probably going to work on the sideboard a little bit. And we'll play some more. But thank you for watching. Pioneer is actually quite fun still.